everyone, it's Shadowless Shows here. Welcome to the video, the channel if you're new, and let's get started. Sorry, my voice sounds a bit weird. My throat has been hurting since, like, yesterday, so, that's annoying. So, Jurassic World Dominion is the latest release, the newest movie of Jurassic World, and, it's gonna come out in theaters on June 10th. So yeah, go see it. I bet it's gonna be really good. I'm definitely gonna see it. But yeah, this is just gonna be my thoughts on the trailer and what I think is going to happen. So basically Jurassic World thoughts and predictions, as the title says. I also will be coming out with a event soon on my channel, especially for this new movie that's coming out of Jurassic World. It's gonna be celebrating it, so yeah, look out for that video. Yeah. So, here's my first thoughts. Let's go back. So we see it's just really snowy, and then, you know, the Parasaurolophuses. I don't know if I said that right with the plural, I'm sorry. So we got Owen, and we have these two other people. I don't think I know who they are. But here we have Owen, and like he's on a horse, and it's snowy, and you know, he's chasing the Parasaurolophuses. I'm just gonna say Parasaurolophus as the plural, because I'm not sure. And I just love this scene. Like, it looks like a wallpaper. It just looks nice. And also, I like what Owen's wearing. Like, why is it so cool? It's so cool. I'm gonna steal that for a character idea for clothes. It's just cool. I want it. And then he just pets it, you know. This looks like a very nice place to live. Look at Maisie! I like her character. She's very cool. Like, she looks more grown up. You know, so like maybe this is set a few years after the situation. I don't know. Maybe just a couple. Like, Fallen Kingdom was, you know, Jurassic World, etc. So, like, you got a Patasaurus. And I'm assuming that, this is, you know, all the dinosaurs from, like, Fallen Kingdom, you know, after they have, remember, in the end of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, like, Maisie pressed the button that let the dinosaurs free, so now there's just a bunch of dinosaurs in the woods. I was talking about that with my family after we saw the film. I was like, hey, we're just gonna ignore the fact that there's a ton of dinosaurs in the woods now. But, here we see Blue has a baby. And, my talk with my family about this movie is actually what, sparked some of the inspiration for this video. One of the things is, my sister was like, hey, does this mean there's, like, another raptor? Does this mean there's another one? You know, since Blue has a baby. I'm thinking this is, you know, this also has, spoilers for all the Jurassic World and Park films and Camp Cretaceous. Yeah, that's a bit late in the game, but, well, I've probably put it in a text on the screen, but yeah. Or, like, in the description or whatever, but yeah, it does. So, in Camp Cretaceous, there's the Scorpius Rex. You know, there's that. And, remember, it had a baby without a partner. You know, so it was able to reproduce without, you know, a male. So I'm thinking maybe, like, Dr. Wu made it that the raptors and, the other animals could do that. 'Cause, remember in the first movie, there's eggs, but, like, you know, also, he says that there's only females. So I'm assuming they have what some real-life animals have, you know, the ability to do, which is be able to reproduce without a partner. That's what I'm thinking. You know, I'm thinking maybe they also hinted that in Camp Cretaceous for this movie. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. So we have baby, you know, it's just really cute. And then we have Owen sees Blue and her baby. So I'm thinking maybe post Fallen Kingdom, we see Maisie over here. I'm thinking maybe she, like, moved in with Owen or something, you know? Because, like, she doesn't really have anywhere else to go, and, Owen and Claire in the movie said, like, alright, we're gonna take care of her, you know, we're gonna take care of you, it's gonna be alright, basically, you know, because she is, so yeah, I'm just assuming Owen took her in. And then, you know, that's just cute. And then we see the Mosasaurus, that also escaped. So this, I'm assuming throughout the movie, maybe in the beginning or whatever, they show, like, the aftermath of Fallen Kingdom. And then we have, like, this part. Ellie Sattler and Alan Grant! It's they! It's them. Very cool. The Therizinosaurus, which I have a, toy of one of those, by the way. Well, not toy, it's a figurine. But I have one. This is what shocked me. I don't believe they showed in this trailer. I don't think so, but that one swims. If you want to see the other trailers and, like, other sneak peeks and stuff, go on to the Jurassic World YouTube channel. That's where I found all this stuff. Or you can just look up Jurassic World Dominion on YouTube. Or, like, on Google or anything. Yeah. We're gonna finish it, and then I'm gonna say my theories for what happens. Alright, so that was the, official trailer. There's a second trailer, it's shown over here. You can also see the things on Universal Pictures, their YouTube channel. So, here's time for theories / predictions. So, post Fallen Kingdom, Owen and Claire, maybe they got separated yet again, you know. He went to do his own thing, which is basically herding Parasaurolophus in a snowy area, or maybe it's just snowy because of the time of the season, or whatever. Maisie, maybe she went to, like, work on I can't talk. Maybe she went to pursue, like, a science thing, or a dinosaur thing, or whatever. Maybe science, considering she's a clone of, the old guy. I'm so sorry, I don't remember his name. Like, maybe she, you know, so she's a clone of that guy's, daughter? Yeah. Like, maybe she's studying science, or, like, maybe she's learning stuff, looking at dinosaurs or whatever. I'm assuming she, like, either runs into Owen, maybe, or, like, lives with him, or at least visits him often, 'cause, like, they seem to be in the same area with the snow and stuff. And, also, you know, he would be a parental figure to her, considering she doesn't have that. And we got that, which I'm assuming is an Apatosaurus. I am assuming. And then, you know, we have Blue and her baby. I already discussed this, so we're just gonna keep watching. So Blue, you know, she went off into the woods, and during her time there, she ended up with a baby. A little baby velociraptor. And then maybe while visiting Owen, or being just, you know, living there, maybe she visited him, judging by that car in the background. They heard a disturbance in the distance, and they were like, oh, what's that? And they look over, and here we have Blue and her baby. So maybe that oh no, maybe that fire scene is what I'm assuming they're at. I don't know. Maybe they're at a campfire or something. I'm assuming that's, like, in the middle of the dinosaur stuff, like, in the middle of the drama and whatever. Claire suddenly showed up, so I'm assuming Maisie and Owen went to get Claire to be like, hey, we just saw Blue, and she has a baby. So they came here to investigate it, maybe, and they saw just the baby, and maybe he was a bit scared, or maybe they heard something, and then the baby turns around, and then there's Blue, you know, she's in the distance. So maybe there's a montage scene of, like, different dinosaurs everywhere, or, you know, for the Mosasaurus case, like, reptiles, just anything that escaped from Jurassic World. Maybe it's like in the beginning or in the middle of the movie, or, just where everything gets tougher, That is really cool. Yeah, then we get this, which, yeah. And then, maybe, after all that stuff, I'm assuming that possibly after all that's going on, maybe, like, Ellie Sattler or Alan Grant, maybe they saw it somewhere, maybe they saw a dinosaur, or they just heard of the horrible things going on and were like, hey, we gotta check this out. But my family members actually had that theory, so props to them for that. But what I think is that maybe the main characters like Owen and Claire were like, hey, they know about this stuff, let's go get them. And they got Ellie Sattler, and they were gonna ask Alan Grant. They asked Alan Grant, and he was like, no, I'm not getting into that again. And maybe, like, Ellie Sattler and Alan Grant, I'm assuming that maybe they haven't seen each other for a while, so, like, Ellie, she comes in later, and it's like, hey, we actually really, really need your help with this, I'm with them. And maybe then he's hesitantly like, okay, fine, I'll do it. Judging, and yeah, like maybe she came in to look for him, and then he walks in, and she's like, hey, we have an issue. And then I don't know what this is. Maybe, like, something happened, like, maybe a vehicle crashed or something, or, like, they're running away from dinosaurs, they get separated, and Claire is just being chased by this Therizinosaurus, and she's really scared, and, yeah. Rightfully so. Wait, let's go back a bit to this scene. It's really briefly, but I'm assuming this is, like, after that scene in Fallen Kingdom. You know how in Fallen Kingdom he's in court, I think? I'm so sorry. I don't know a lot of stuff like that, but like he's in the building, and at the end when he says welcome to Jurassic World, I love that bit, by the way. I'm assuming this is maybe him finishing up his speech, or a snippet of his speech, like maybe this, something like that. Maybe he's there doing something else, or like maybe this is him going away from it. I don't know. It could be anything, but it looks like the same building to me. Now, Dr. Wu, we have the man himself, guy who's been in all the movies, I think. Like, basically all of them. In a lab. Maybe this is the remains of a lab. Maybe he's showing them something. Like, hey, I did this. This is how I made this. This, I don't know where they are, but it looks extremely cool. Here we have the Atrociraptors. I believe that two of them will be called Red and Ghost, which Red was actually what Blue was supposed to be. This is the Pyroraptor. This lady, I'm pretty sure she was in this battle at Big Rock. I'm pretty sure she was the woman that was in that. I am pretty sure about that. Maybe, like, after that whole thing happened, maybe she was like, oh god, I need help. Like, or like she told Owen or someone, and she's like, oh no. She seems to be holding a taser, which is pretty cool. We got the Pyroraptor. I have no idea what in the world this is. Are those bugs? Are those birds? Are those like some form of like flying reptile from the Mesozoic era? I have no idea. Don't ask me what this is or who those kids are. Okay, so they're in some sort of building. Maybe this could be a lab or like Owen's house, remains of the lab that I talked about earlier. I don't know, or maybe it's just some abandoned building. So I still don't know where this place is, but it does look really cool. We got the Atrociraptors, and then we have a Allosaurus, a grown-up Allosaurus. There was one in Fallen Kingdom. very briefly. We got a Carnotaurus in the left. The Atrociraptors, that part's really cool. We got, the Atrociraptor. I think this is a Quetzalcoatlus. I'm very sure that it is a Quetzalcoatlus, because it is extremely large. I don't know why they're in a plane, but they look to be in the same place that Maisie and Owen were. I don't know where they are, maybe in some sort of city? I don't know. I remember this part, this is the end part where it gets very fast. So, I've seen in another trailer, the second one, Baby Blue, I think, gets taken. Like, she's taken. One second. I'm sorry for going back so much, but it's really hard to see. So this is Maisie, and this is either the Tyrannosaurus Rex or the Giganotosaurus, which is the newer one, as you will see later in the trailer. I'm assuming these are parts of, like, a lab that I mentioned about, maybe, like, remains of a lab or, like, another building, but it does remind me of, I believe, like, the third film with those raptors, when, like, when they're being chased by those raptors, and Alan Grant's in it, so maybe that's some deja vu. This guy, one second. So we got, Claire there, I believe, and we got the Dilophosaurus. He's coming back. And they're in some sort of jungle, but there's fire, so I'm assuming maybe something crashed, or, like, they're there for, like, some sort of forest fire, or maybe that looks a bit like a base, so maybe their base caught fire, and this dinosaur, this Giganotosaurus, came up there and, like, found them. So, those are my thoughts. Yeah, those are my predictions of what may happen. Yeah. So, in short, basically, Owen and Maisie, what I predict is Owen and Maisie are staying together, because she needs a parental figure, she needs someone to be there for her, to help her, and they see Baby Blue and Adult Blue, and they're like, hey, Claire, come over here, you need to see this, and they see just the baby. Maybe it gets scared, they hear a roar, and the baby turns around, and Blue is there, and they're nuzzling, and Claire is very shocked by this, of course, And, then they go to get Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler. They only get Ellie Sattler, as Alan Grant says no, and then she goes back to look for him, and he's not in his tent thing. And then he comes in, and he's shocked to see her after not seeing her for many years. They have a little talk, and he says he's not going to do it, but then later in the film, a couple minutes later, he shows up, and he's like, are we going to do this? And, they're all on board. So basically, and I don't really know what happens next. I'm thinking maybe the reason they went to get Alan Grant was maybe this is either, like, when Baby Blue was taken, and they were like, we need help, or this is not yet when she was taken, and then, or he, I don't know, or, like, and then, after that, like, maybe, Alan Grant shows up before she gets taken. I'm just gonna call her a she, 'cause that's what I default to with Jurassic World dinosaurs. Except for the Dilophosaurus. I called it a he. Oh no. Don't smite me. But yeah, so that's my predictions. I don't know how Ian Malcolm would come into the scene or how the movie will play out, but I'm looking forward to it. I will definitely be doing a movie review of it after it comes out, because it looks so good. Yeah, I'm gonna probably be watching it sometime around June 10th. And remember, I'm gonna be doing an event. So yeah, look forward to that. I hope you're gonna have a great rest of your day. Get sleep, drink water, stay hydrated. Take care of yourself. Have a great day. Bye.